Hello, Gemini. Thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use the Modern Spellcasters Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Murphy. For the supportive Oracle cards, I'm going to use the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Okay. Gemini. You got the Three of Swords here. So that's usually heartbreak. So let's see how this goes. Alright. Three of Swords at the bottom. Let's see. An unwillingness to forgive. That's kind of what I'm getting. Alright. Let's go into this and find out. See, when you're... this doesn't really look that bad, but I'm thinking you might not be into this situation, and that might be the problem. It might be the other side is showing you way much more favor than you're really looking to have. Like, you don't want to be a part of this situation or something like that. Because when we're going into it, you got the Four of Cups. And you're thinking things over. And Gemini can think at many different angles. But I'm getting like there's two especially angles you're looking at that you don't really want to be a part of this situation. And I'm getting that strongly. The top seems to be mostly about this. All your cards are at the top here. I feel like you don't want to be a part of this situation. The thing is, even though that seems to be like you're looking at this at a couple different angles, you don't really want to be a part of it. The what do you call it? The King of Cups here is how you're getting along with this other person. Like, it's a very strong bond. You seem to get along very well with this person. And it's not about how you get along, though. It's about what you really want. At the end of the day, like, this connection is not one you really want. Even though you get along with them well, communication isn't bad, but it's about if you communicate what you want or not. That's the whole question. Because it seems like the situation moves forward without question, and you seem to get along with this person. You really do. Like, I'm getting the King of Cups is how the two of you get along. Like, it's like you're very nice to each other. You do what you need to get done. They do what they need to do. You seem to do what you need to do. But you don't want to be a part of this is what I'm getting. And what I'm getting here, the next one in your line is the communicate. Communicate clearly. And I feel like finally, at some point, you communicate that you don't want to be a part of this anymore. Oddly enough, what was it? Was it Scorpio? I almost get like this is the other half from Scorpio. Which, there was something weird with that. There was something weird with that, if I remember right. Now, I'm not saying this is going to correspond completely with that one, but it's reminding me of that. Because I remember in Scorpio, the other side didn't want to be a part of the situation anymore, and then how it ended, though, could have been a little bit questionable. And I'm getting, like, at this point, you need to communicate very, very clearly. Like, that clearly is extremely important here. I'm getting if you don't communicate clearly, and you're not very precise about what you want and how you expect things to go, there might be a misinterpretation about what's about to happen. And I feel like there might be hard feelings, thinking that you might have slighted the other person. So you got to be very, very careful of that. Because I seem to think this connected with Scorpio. You might want to watch Scorpio too. depending on what you're going through, of course. I mean, you have to decide for yourself. Um, because I'm getting here the forgiveness card. I don't know how I'm getting. I have a cat. That's how I got all these hairs in my mouth. So what happens when you give your cat a kiss on the top of the head, you get freaking hair in your mouth. But forgiveness, I'm getting like the situation. I do feel like you, as long as you communicate very well. See, these cards, especially, I mean, I know they're the same deck, but I'm getting these go together very well. If you communicate very, very clearly what you want, I feel like you can get out of this situation without much damage, without much problem. I feel like that can go to your I feel like they can go your way very, very easily. Very, very easily. Very easily, I do, because I feel like this other side will help you do that, as long as as long as it's clear. Because I get the forgiveness there, I get the other side looks at you very favorably. Now, I'm not thinking this is romantic because of the way you're wanting out of it and how this is going very well with you trying to step away, and I don't feel any animosity about that. So I don't feel like this is romantic because I'm thinking if somebody was in love with you and you wanted out of this situation, or unless if this is regarding a love situation, I don't feel like you're looking to leave somebody. You just don't want to be a part of a certain situation that they're a part of. However that's panning out for you, if you clearly communicate, I feel like you're going to get what you want. Because I'm getting the 7 of Swords for you, and I know how how that person looks there, but I'm getting that this is not, like, I feel like you get to kind of move on. And I'm noticing the sleeping dog there, like, you're not getting any challenge to it. You're walking away with what you want. Nobody's challenging it. As long as that communicate clearly works out. Now, after this is done, after this is said and done, whatever it was, I'm getting like the past is going to be a factor. However this ended, that's going to affect the future. Be well aware of that. Because I'm getting whatever it is, you're letting go of it and it's done, but there could be residual effects from how it ended. This person can affect your life in some respect, and there is going to be some, I don't want to say payback. I'm going to say, like, if it ended in a way that they feel that, if this ended in a way where they feel, this other person feels slighted, there's going to be some retribution about that. Whether you meant it or not, if they perceive it that way, it's going to happen. That's all I'm saying. That's why it's really, again, really, really, really important you communicate clearly. As long as you do that, I feel like this can be easy. Because I'm noticing they're using the 6 of Cups with the let go. The 6 of Cups is saying, it's like what you reap, you sow, however that works. Like whatever the past happened, whatever happened in the past, that's defining your future. The situation is, like, this last situation is going to be let go, but the way it's going to let go is like whatever happened in the past, it's going to be let go by like a verdict, or like you're going to get the future based on the past, if that makes sense. Not the same person, but I feel like this person is going to affect your future. If it ended on positive terms, you were both happy, you got to move on without question, the other person doesn't feel like they were slighted, your future goes a lot smoother, a lot easier, not a problem. If you kind of like end the situation or get out of it, and they don't seem to understand why or exactly how that happened, if there's some question about, did they look bad or like something like that, then that's going to come back around to haunt you. So you want to communicate clearly so you can have an easy start, a fresh start in the future without having retribution from the past. It's not depicted about whether you meant it to be or not, but if the other person took it in a negative way, I feel like it's going to come back around and bite you in the butt, just so you're aware of it. Okay. I feel like we're good there. Okay. So I'm going to lock that down there. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a direct... Are we done? They're saying we are done. Did we really touch on anything? We did. Alright, so if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.